Hello, friends. I'm in Gold Coast, Australia. This area is called Robina. I just want to talk today about the depression that comes usually after years of 40, middle age crisis. Why is it coming? How to overcome it? The reason for that, it happened to me as well. Of course, it happens to everyone, or most people. The reason is that you don't see the purpose of life. You're like probably achieving some of your goals or not achieving them. It's kind of the same thing. You either, let's say, have a family, kids, you have a place where to stay, a house, and then you're thinking, okay, I've done all that. And now what? What's the point of all this? Or you don't even do all that and you say, by this age, I'm feeling like I'm getting older and I haven't achieved what I plan to achieve. Now what? What's the purpose of all this? You keep on going to work. You say, I'm going every day to work, coming home, look after kids. Or if you're not married, you just see this as a failure, not even married, I don't have a family. What's the point of this life? To some people, it happens earlier. Even when you're a child, you can see this as a failure. Nothing good happens to me. I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel loved. And this is the problem, the love. You see, when we come from the other side to be incarnated here on planet Earth, we get to be separated from that big love that is in heaven. The love that you feel in heaven is the energy of God. So, like everybody says, that is unconditional love. This what you see on the right hand side. It's Bunnings warehouse. It's just the place where you buy all the hardware stuff for building houses to kitchens to everything. I think in Europe it's called Praktika. Anyway, back to our story. Since we are kids, we craving love from our mother, from parents, from relatives, from friends, from colleagues, appreciations. That's translating to love. So we all need it because we feed from it. You've seen kids. Kids don't care if you buy them expensive clothes, shoes, whatever. They only care about if you're there and if you love them. If you cuddle them, if you hold them, that's all they care. They feed with love. They don't care if you ugly, fat, if you have money, don't have money, if you have a good job, not have a good job, it doesn't matter to them. All it matters if you feed them love. So everybody feeds with this love. It's more than food. We need it the most. So in life, we get the depression. Even as a child, you can get depression because if you don't have that love. And people go to the extreme of suicidal because they don't see any purpose in this life. That mostly happens after 40 when you don't see that. You start saying that nothing has any point. There's no point in anything. So you don't see the point of in living. So that's why people commit suicide. Now, how to overcome that? To overcome that, you have to go and find that love. Go to the source. You see, people usually been taught that God is somewhere in the sky. So even if they pray, they see that pointless because they think, God is somewhere in the sky, somewhere. I don't feel any connection. I don't get any feelings. I think this is all not true because I don't get it and I don't feel it. I pray for so many things and nothing happens. I can pray and scream and cry and nobody's helping me. I have so many issues, nobody does anything. So eventually they think, okay, so this is not real, imaginary, God and stuff. And they go more in depression. Now, how to overcome that? To overcome it, you have to be realistic. Realistic means to realize that God is not in the sky. You see, when we come on this planet, and I studied this a lot, and I'm 100% sure, I did lots of research, you can do it too. A piece of God, it's inside of everyone. So let's say a piece of his energy, and it's located inside of the heart. So in order to connect with the love from God, you don't have to look for God outside of you. Look inside of you. There are some prayers that they help with that, sort of mantras in Buddhism, in Christianism. But you have to understand first that you have to make a relationship with God. So I always think that God is just next to you. Can you imagine it in your car seat next to you? That's the closest to you. Can you imagine it in your heart? And start having like a conversation. Of course, initially it's gonna be very hard. So in your mind, just pop some questions. And then give yourself the first answer that comes into your mind. Even if it doesn't come, just make one initially. And it's gonna get easier. Let's say, hey God, you here? And then you answer yourself, yes, son, I'm here. Do you love me? Yeah, you are my beloved son. Can you help me with this? The answer will be, don't worry, I'm always with you. I'll take care of you. Whatever happens, it's for your best interest. So slowly by doing that every day, somehow the first answer that comes into your mind is from your conscience. Conscience is exactly that sparkle in your heart that is from God. So it's like an offline message. It's stored already in you. And it is that answer from God because it's like pure yourself. It's like pure answer. Honest, most honest. It's like, to put something very obvious. It's like, should I steal this pen? Let's say you're having a conversation with God. Hey, God, you here? Yes. should I take this pen? Nobody, it's nobody's. He's gonna say, you know the answer. Look inside of you. What do you think? And then you're gonna say, well, I don't think that's good. Well, if you don't think that's good. That's my answer. Don't do it. So that's how it goes. Every day, have a conversation with God. And then slowly, you're gonna feel His presence. And you have to have no doubt that that peace of God, that's divine sparkle, it's inside of you, and He's always with you. No matter where you go, you can even be in a cave, or nobody can take it from you. So that peace of God, that communication with Him, nobody can take it from you, because it is inside of your heart. It's always with you. And soon enough, you're gonna start feeling like a warm feeling. Focus into your heart. Close your eyes. I put a video about the prayer of the heart, which helps a lot. Go inside of you, and you're gonna feel it. It's there with you all the time. And you're gonna start feeling that love. You see, because of this separation from God, people don't feel the love. And like we said, imagine a person that you like the most, your grandparents, whatever. You see, when you were in their presence, let's say they were in the house, you're in the house. The closest you were with them is like talking with them, and being just around them makes you feel love, feel good. You have a good feeling. If you leave from there, you go further and further away from them, you feel like something is missing. You're not like a whole. Or let's say when you get in love with someone, when you with them, the closer you are hugging them, the better you feel. You get that feeling of love. The further away you are with them, the lonelier you feel. But you see, with other people, they can always disappoint you. They can break up with you, they can leave, they can say hurtful things, and then you feel depressed because you suffer. You suffer because you lost that love. You lost the drug, and you need it. With the love from God, you never lose it. And He's never gonna criticize you. He's gonna say, if you wanna talk to me, I'm here. If you don't wanna talk to me, I'm not gonna bother you. But every time I'm with you. Whatever I have, I put in you, and it's always with you. I put a bit of love, a bit of empathy, a bit of forgiveness. All you have to do is grow it inside of you. And one day you'll come to me, and we're gonna be together again. But until then, you're here on planet Earth to learn some lessons. Lessons for you to grow, to become more love. So the more you become more love, the more you're gonna be on the other side, closer to God. You're gonna be attracted to Him more. You're gonna be closer to His realm. You're gonna feel more in ecstasy. So while being here on planet Earth, it's a big opportunity to evolve, to accumulate, to be more love. So you have to take it as an opportunity. Every day do something good, or train yourself to become better, to have more love, more understanding, compassion, peace, calm, love. All of that comes from love, and that's why you're here. So reassure yourself, God is always with you. You can't separate from Him. And when you feel that warmth into your heart and the presence of Him all the time, you're not gonna feel lonely. And it doesn't matter what happens in this world, what other people say to you, do to you, if they're with you, or you're in jail, or you be on an island by yourself, you're never gonna feel lonely, and you're never gonna feel craving for love, because God is always in you. Don't look outside of you, look inside of you, and you'll find it there, the love. So if you create this relationship with God, you always gonna have it there. You always gonna have the purpose of life, of you becoming a better person, accumulate more love, be more understanding, forgiveness, and all that comes from love. So you have your purpose in this life. Use every day. And if you want to do an exercise, like every person that you see, imagine them like being the most loved person that you know in this planet Earth. Let's say your child, your mom, your wife, girlfriend. Imagine every person being that. And when you come in contact with them, even if you pass them on the street, you can just bless them, send some good energy to them. If they do something that you don't like, you can look at them with compassion. If they do something to you, or if they behave in a certain, let's say, wrong way according to you, you can have the compassion. If you can help them in any way, then you go and help them, thinking, if it was my child, would I help him? Yes, and go and do it. And by doing that, you increase your love, and you're gonna feel that love growing in you, and the relationship with God will be stronger because you are more like Him. So let's make a summary. Always have no doubt that God it lives inside of you. Go there to connect with Him and feel His love. Feed yourself with that love because it's pure and it's always there, it's unlimited. If you rely too much on humans, at some point they can only give you what they have. You make sure you give others love because they need your love, even if they don't say it. Even your kids, your appropriates, your friends, because they know you here. Even if they don't say it that they love you, they still do. As long as you're gone from this planet, they're gonna miss you because your energy is gone on the other side and they don't feel it. But as long as you're here, your kids, they know you're here, even though they don't say it to you. They need your energy, they need your love. Just be there for them, help them if you can, and realize you have a purpose on this life and you're not alone. You're always with God. Always keep the relationship close so you will feel that love and feed from that love. That's kind of all. I hope all goes well and God bless.